Test 1 2. Test 1 2. Test 1 2. Test 1 2. The pride of the High Plains, the Balko Bison are on the air. Balko Bison basketball is brought to you by Squirtle, Watauga Cheese Factory, Crossroads Express, Casey Cowan Custom Hay, Summerwell Strategies, and Tri-State Heating and Air. And now for your Crossroads Express pregame show. A very special thank you to Crossroads Express for being our sponsor for the pregame show for the Bison and Lady Bison basketball teams. For all of your convenience store or fueling needs, visit the folks at Crossroads Express. Welcome to the Duster Dome here in Beaver, Oklahoma for this matchup between the Balko Lady Bison and the Beaver Lady Dusters. Beaver coming into today's game with a record of 6 wins and 5 losses on the year, averaging 41.8 points a game, giving up 39.9 points a game. Balko coming in averaging 42.4 points a game, giving up 39.8. For the Beaver Lady Dusters, 4 of their last 8 games have been canceled due to COVID complications. They've had sporadic results. They had a 2-point loss to Boise City and a very big victory over Turpin. But then they had a blowout loss to Moreland and a loss to Goodwill. In their last game, it was a 62-46 victory over Tyrone. For Balko, they're going to try and pick up the pieces after last Tuesday. Even with the loss, Balko still margin of victory of plus 2.6 in their last 5 games. Kendall France was the big spark for the Lady Bison in the last game. They have got to get some momentum going in this game, going into the playoffs. Balko's last game was a 59-21 loss to number 15 ranked Boise City. And the Lady Bison are 3-1 on the road. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we will have the starting lineups, the national anthem, and this matchup for you from the Duster Dome here in Beaver, Oklahoma. Balko Lady Bison basketball will continue in just a moment. Welcome back to the Crossroads Express pregame show live from the Duster Dome here in Beaver, Oklahoma. I want to thank everyone for joining us on this broadcast of Balko Lady Bison basketball. If you're listening, please let us know where you're listening from. Like and follow us on Facebook at Balko Bison Sports Network and on Twitter at Balko Sports. We'll give you a mention on air. We love talking to fans during our broadcast, and we look forward to hearing from you. The starting lineups for today's game first for the Beaver Lady Dusters, again coming into today's game with a record of 6 wins and 5 losses on the year. Number 00, Devin Porter. Number 15, Zoe Weaver. Number 23, Angelina Marlowe. Number 25, Autumn Hindergard. And number 34, Jaden Mills. And the Lady Dusters are coached by Ginger Looper and Amy Weaver. For the Balko Lady Bison, 7 wins, 4 losses on the season. Number 3, Madeline Trenham. Number 5, Sawyer Stockton. Number 11, Carolyn O'Vera. Number 21, Kendall France. And number 24, Aspen Freeman. And the Lady Bison are coached by Brittany Johnson, assisted by Monty Regier. A little over 6 minutes until tip-off of this game here from Beaver, Oklahoma. A very nice gym. If you're not familiar with the gymnasium here in Beaver, it is a large gymnasium, a gymnasium that most universities would be proud to call home. It's big, it's cavernous, and it's one of those that if you're not used to playing in here, you would be at a tremendous disadvantage. And so it's going to be interesting to see how the Bison adapt to playing in this very large gym. And the student section is right behind the Balko bench in the first half. So that's going to make things pretty interesting for the Bison as well. We're going to have a quick word from our sponsors. When we come back, we'll have the national anthem and the start of this game from Beaver, Oklahoma. Balko Lady Bison basketball will continue in a moment. Watonga Cheese Factory has been producing the finest cheese in Oklahoma and Texas for over 80 years. Locally owned and operated, the folks at Watonga Cheese Factory have summer sausages, the best homemade cheddar cheeses in the region, spiced pickles, homespun honey, and their famous cheese curds. Located in Perryton, Watonga Cheese Factory also has gift baskets and other delivery options. Visit Watonga Cheese Factory at 2018 South Main Street in Perryton, or call them at 806-648-4310. Watonga Cheese Factory is a proud sponsor of Balko Bison Athletics. Casey Cowan Custom Haying services the Oklahoma and Texas panhandles for all of your haying needs. From swathing and baling to hay sales for cattle and horses, Casey Cowan Custom Haying is the best option for your farm and ranch needs. Contact Casey Cowan at 580-628-7464 for all of your haying and hay service needs. Casey Cowan Custom Haying is a proud sponsor of Balko Bison Athletics. Crossroads Express is your one-stop shop for your convenience store and gas needs. Located at the intersection of Highways 412 and 83 at Bryan's Corner, Crossroads Express features specialty deli items like Louisiana meat pies, crawfish pies, boudin, as well as corn dogs, and everyone's favorite beef and bean burritos. And the Crossroads Express gas station has your gas and diesel needs that you'll need to make a road trip. Call 580-361-2529 for your call-in orders, and let the folks at Crossroads Express take care of you. Crossroads Express is a proud sponsor of Balko Bison Athletics. Panhandle living is hard, and with our scorching summers and frigid winters, if your heating or air isn't working, it can get even harder. Let the fine folks at Tri-State Heating and Air help you make it through the seasons in comfort. Licensed and insured for over 20 years, Bryce Sager and the folks at Tri-State Heating and Air are well equipped to handle your HVAC, air refrigeration, and heating needs. Locally owned and operated, Tri-State Heating and Air understand the unique needs of folks in the Panhandle. Contact them at 580-525-1820 and let Tri-State Heating and Air make your home or business more comfortable. Tri-State Heating and Air is a proud sponsor of Balko Bison Athletics. In this time when there's so much insecurity in the world, the one thing that you need to be able to rely on is your financial situation. That's where the folks at Summit Wealth Strategies LLC come in. Located in Alva, Summit Wealth Strategies LLC specializes in tax, payroll, and financial management services designed to help folks in the Panhandle and northwestern Oklahoma handle whatever insecurities the world throws at us. Contact Van Johnson at 580-609-4880 and let him give you the financial security and peace of mind that you need to make it through any situation. Summit Wealth Strategies LLC is a proud sponsor of Balko Bison Athletics. Welcome back to the Crossroads Express pregame show live from the Duster Dome here in Beaver, Oklahoma. I want to thank everyone for joining us on this broadcast of Balko Bison Athletics. This broadcast of Balko Bison basketball is brought to you by Watonga Cheese Factory, Casey Cowan Custom Haying, Summit Wealth Strategies, Tri-State Heating and Air, and Crossroads Express. I forgot the Express part of that. That's important. I want to remind everybody that Watonga Cheese Factory is a three-point sponsor for the season for Balko Bison and Lady Bison basketball. Every time a Balko Bison or Lady Bison player makes a three-pointer, we'll give them a mention. Special thank you to Watonga Cheese Factory for being our three-point sponsor. We're about a minute away from the national anthem at the start of this game here from the Duster Dome. It is homecoming night here in Beaver, and it is also senior night. So it's going to be a lot of festivities. Should be a good crowd. Crowd's a little bit bigger than a lot of the other ones that we've seen so far this year. We're going to turn it over to the public address announcer for the starting lineup and the national anthem to be performed by the Beaver Duster Band under the direction of Miss Lindsay Sargent. Correction, the national anthem will be performed by, the national anthem will be performed by the senior vocal ensemble here from Beaver High School under the direction of Mrs. Karen McDonald. What a wonderful rendition of the national anthem performed by the senior vocal ensemble from Beaver High School under the direction of Ms. Kara McDonald. I've known Mrs. McDonald for a number of years. She's absolutely tremendous, one of the very best in the state, and she's a definite asset to the area. All right, once again, the starting lineup for Beaver is senior number 00, Devin Porter, senior number 15, Zoe Weaver, senior number 23, Angelina Marlowe, senior number 25, Autumn Hindergaard, and a senior number 34, Jaden Mills, under the direction of coaches Ginger Looper and Amy Weaver. And for Balko is senior number 3, Madeline Trenum, sophomore number 5, Sawyer Stockton, junior number 11, Carolyn Olvera, senior number 21, Kendall France, and a freshman number 24, Aspen Freeman, under the direction of coaches Brittany Johnson and Bonnie Regier. Balko coming into today's game with a record of 7 wins and 4 losses. Beaver with a record of 6 wins and 5 losses. They're about to do the starting lineups here in arena. Balko gathering on the Duster logo in the middle of the court. Crowd looks to be around 700 or 800 tonight here in the Duster Dome, and they are loud. This looks to be easily the loudest crowd that we've had this year. So it should be a lot of fun to call this game. Should be a lot of fun to watch the game. I'm excited to call it. I hope you're excited to listen. My name is David Vaughn. I'll be your host for the evening. A very pleasant good evening to you all wherever you may be. I will be your host for the evening. It's a pleasure to be with you on this Friday evening from Beaver, Oklahoma. The players are getting final instructions for their teams. They're in front of their respective benches. Balko will be in the road maroon uniforms with white lettering and white trim, the script white Balko across the chest. They'll be moving from right to left across your screen. Beaver will be in their home white uniforms with gold lettering and black trim, and they will be going from left to right across your screen. We're looking forward to this matchup here between the Balko Lady Bison and the Beaver Lady Dusters. Sawyer Stockton and Jaden Mills will be doing the jumping honors in the circle. Official has the ball. He's coming in. Has the ball. We are underway, and Balko controls the tip. Carolyn Olvera has the ball. She walks it across the midcourt stripe. Flicking back to Coach Johnson for the play. Olvera calls the play. Passes over to France. France spin move. Driving into the lane. Passes out to Stockton. Stockton driving on the win. The floater for 12 is no good. Rebounded by the Lady Dusters, coming quickly back the other way. Into the front court is Zoe Weaver. Weaver passes over to Marlowe. Marlowe with the ball now, dribbling, being guarded by France. Now between the circles, being met out there. She loses control of it, goes into the backcourt, and it's an over and back violation. It will be Balko basketball. 7:29 to go here in the first quarter. Subbing into the game for the Lady Dusters, Kirsten King, Mallory Schlesman, and Sid Looper. Balko looking inbound on the far sideline, does so in the backcourt to Carolyn Olvera, who brings the ball diagonally across the timeline. Over to Madeline Trenum. Trenum fakes the pass now over to Freeman. Freeman over Olvera. Olvera has the ball now down to the block. Is knocked away and stolen. Beaver has the ball coming quickly back the other way. Sid Looper has the ball, bringing it up now, crosses the timeline. Now down to the wing, and Mallory Schlesman has the ball driving in. Passes off now, driving into the paint. Back to Schlesman again. Schlesman thought about it. She traveled. Traveling violation for the Lady Dusters will be a turnover on back-to-back possessions to start the game for Beaver, and Balko will inbound underneath the baseline. France inbounds, and the pass is down. The pass is stolen, and come back the other way now are the Lady Dusters. Over between the circles, thought about the three-pointer, opted not to take it, is King. King has the ball now. Passes back to Zoe Weaver, and Weaver waits for the offense to reset. Between the circles now, dribbling, being guarded very loosely by Madeline Trenum, has the ball. 6:43 to go here in the first quarter. Weaver picks up her dribble, passes over to Schlesman. Schlesman has the correction now over to Sid Looper. Looper driving in from the block. The shot is up and in. Basket good for Sid Looper. First basket of the game. The score is now 2-0 favor Beaver. Into the front court quickly. Sawyer Stockton has it. Bump, no foul. Bounce pass over to Olvera. Olvera now over to Trenum. Trenum now over to Sawyer Stockton. Stockton for three. Off the side iron. No good. Rebound loose off of Beaver and out of bounds. Lady Bison will inbound underneath their own basket with 6:17 to go here in the first quarter. 2-0 your score favor Beaver. Kendall France looking to inbound, trying to find someone. Long outlet to Stockton between the circles. Stockton has it driving in now. Loses control of it at the elbow. It's stolen, come back the other way. Zoe Weaver driving all the way in. Now splits the defense. The layup's off the glass. Good. Basket good for Zoe Weaver, and Beaver up now 4-0. And this is not the start that Balko needed at all in this game. And the pass is too long for France and out of bounds. Beaver will inbound next to their bench after a timeout. A timeout on the floor called by Coach Johnson. It'll be a 30-second timeout. We'll take it with him. Balko Lady Bison basketball will continue in just a moment. Watauga Cheese Factory has been producing the finest cheese in Oklahoma and Texas for over 80 years. Locally owned and operated, the folks at Watauga Cheese Factory have summer sausages, the best homemade cheddar cheeses in the region, spiced pickles, homespun honey, and their famous cheese curds. Located in Perryton, Watauga Cheese Factory has gift baskets and offer delivery options. Visit Watauga Cheese Factory at 2018 South Main Street in Perryton, or call them at 806-648-4310. Watauga Cheese Factory is a proud sponsor of Balko Bison Athletics. Welcome back to the Duster Dome here in Beaver. 5:58 to go here in the first quarter. 4-0 your score favor Beaver, and it's not the start that Coach Johnson was hoping for her Lady Bison. Coming across the timeline is Sid Looper being guarded by Olvera. Driving all the way in now, loses control of it, gets it back, but being guarded very closely. Now back up to the free throw line extended. Loses control of it is Mallory Schlesman. Out of bounds, it will be Beaver basketball. Inbounding underneath the row basket with 5:40 to go here in the first quarter. Weaver looking to inbound, does so to Hindergaard. Hindergaard's jumpers off the iron, no good. Rebound loose on the floor, picked up by Aspen Freeman. Outlet to Madeline Trenum. Trenum met on the far sideline, passes deflected over to Freeman. Freeman has it, passes into the front court. Carolyn Olvera has it now between the circles. Being guarded by Schlesman out there, passes over to France. France the free throw line extended, now driving all the way in. Triple team, loses control of it, stolen the other way. Weaver into the front court. They have the ball now one-on-one. The shot is off the glass and no good, almost in. Coming quickly back now the other way, Carolyn Olvera races across the timeline. 1-on-4, she's going to wait for her teammates to get there. 5:05 to go here in the first quarter. 4-0 your score favor Beaver. Long pass over to France. France now being guarded on the wing, passes over to, dribbles up to the free throw line extender, driving all the way in. Out to Aspen Freeman. Freeman's three-pointer is off the glass, no good. Rebounded by Schlesman. And Beaver will come the other way. 4:48 to go here in the first quarter. 4-0 your score favor Beaver. Into the front court is Sid Looper. Looper being guarded by Carolyn Olvera. Pass over to Weaver. Weaver being guarded by Trenum, goes around the screen. Then by double team now to the top. The key three-pointer is good. Three-point basket from Kirsten King is good. And Beaver scores the first 7 points of this game, and it's 7-0. And this game is eerily reminiscent of the Boys City game to start. And the pass is stolen now by Sid Looper. Looper brings it in now. Thought about a long three-pointer, opted not to take it. Passes into Harris. Harris' shot is blocked, no good. And coming back the other way now, Sawyer Stockton, 3-on-2. Driving all the way in. Thought about it, she traveled. Have a traveling violation before the shot, and it will be a turnover for the Lady Bison. Halfway through the first quarter, Balko has yet to score. Beaver will inbound on the baseline. Weaver does so to Mills, and Mills back to Weaver. Weaver being guarded loosely by Trenum as she comes across the timeline. Weaver driving all the way in. Shot from the block is no good, but she's fouled on the shot, I think, by Madeline Trenum. Foul is on Madeline Trenum, her first personal foul, first team foul, and at the line for the Lady Dusters is Zoe Weaver. Weaver with 2 points so far in the game. First free throw is on the way, and it's good. I think the score favor Beaver. Second free throw on the way from Weaver is up, and it is good. And Beaver's just not missing anything that they're throwing up so far. 9-0 your score favor Beaver. 3:55 to go here in the first quarter. Olvera met by a trap in the backcourt, crosses the timeline. Long cross-court pass to Stockton. Back over to Olvera, too tall, but she's able to save it. Double teamed is Olvera out near the timeline. Bounce pass over to France. France met by a double team there. She's trapped near the sideline. Dribbles out of it, bounce pass over to Trenum. Trenum driving in now over Freeman. Freeman picks it up. Pass is knocked away and stolen. Coming quickly back the other way. The layup is off the glass and good by Mallory Schlesman. Her basket is good. Timeout on the floor 30-second timeout. 3:24 to go here in the first quarter. Beaver 11, Balko 0. Balko Lady Bison basketball will continue in just a moment. Casey Cowan Custom Haying services the Oklahoma and Texas Panhandles for all of your haying needs. From swathing and baling to hay sales for cattle and horses, Casey Cowan Custom Haying is the best option for your farm and ranch needs. Contact Casey Cowan at 580-628-7464 for all of your haying and hay service needs. Casey Cowan Custom Haying is a proud sponsor of Balko Bison Athletics. Welcome back to the Duster Dome here in Beaver, Oklahoma, where the Beaver Lady Dusters have jumped out to an 11-0 lead here just over 4 minutes into the first quarter. And this game eerily reminiscent of the Boise City game, and that's not what the Lady Bison faithful are wanting to see or hear so far in this one. Zoe Weaver leading the way on both ends of the floor. She has only 4 points, but she is involved in every single play that the Lady Dusters are doing. And as much as Balko was hoping to avoid a slow start, at this point they're going to find themselves crawling back into the game again, it looks like. Balko will inbound on the far sideline. 3:24 left to go here in the first quarter. France inbounds to Stockton in the backcourt. Full court press being employed by the Lady Dusters. France brings the ball across the timeline. Spin move passes out to Caden Sager, who's now in the game. Over to Kendall France. France 13-foot jumper is no good, misses everything. Rebounded by the Lady Dusters. Coming quickly back the other way is Beaver. Crossing the timeline is Mallory Schlesman. Schlesman over to Weaver. Weaver has the ball. Crossover dribble at the elbow. Now passes in. Now the shot for the block is blocked by Trenum. And Balko will come back the other way. Double team. And we have a double dribble violation for the Lady Bison. Coach Johnson not happy with the performance so far, and she's letting him know it. 2:53 to go here in the first quarter. Beaver will inbound underneath their own basket. Weaver does so. Shot from the elbow is up and good for Sid Looper. 4 points now for Looper. The lead's now 13-0 in favor of Beaver. 2:40 to go here in the third quarter. Kendall France is being double teamed on the sideline. Bounce pass over to Sawyer Stockton. Stockton driving in, passes out. Bailey works three-pointer. Bang! That's a Watonga Cheese Factory three-pointer. First basket of the game for Balko. And it is now 13-3 with 2:23 to go here in the first quarter. Weaver brings the ball across the timeline, being guarded very loosely by Trenum. Holds the ball high above her head, looking to hand it off. And the pass is knocked away into the backcourt. Weaver picks it back up near the sideline. And Beaver will reset, coming back across the timeline again, over now to the wing. Schlesman has the ball, dribbling, being guarded by France. Into the paint now, the jumper from 10 is off the back iron, no good. Rebound loose, still loose, picked up by Maylee Wirtz. Wirtz has it, Kendall France now has the ball with 1:51 to go here in the first quarter. Sawyer Stockton brings it across the timeline, races in over to Maylee Wirtz. Wirtz for three, bang! That's another Watonga Cheese Factory three-pointer. A 6-0 run for Maylee Wirtz. It's now 13-6 and it's stolen. The layup is off the glass and good. 8 points for Balko in the last 25 seconds. The basket good for Madeline Trenum, 13-8 the score, 1:25. Over now to the block, the layup's off the glass and good. Terrible backside defense for the Lady Bison. Kirsten King's basket is good, 5 points for her, and the lead back up to 7, 15-8. Sawyer Stockton now has the ball, passes up into the front court. France has the ball at the free throw line extended, mid over there, driving in, passes out to Stockton. Stockton thought about the three up, not to take it, driving all the way in, pass is, and it looks like Sawyer Stockton is injured on the play. Foul is on Sid Looper, her first personal foul, first team foul. Stockton still on the ground on the baseline underneath the basket. Taking her time, getting up with 1:04 to go here in the first quarter. Carolyn Rivera looking to sub in. Hard to tell from here what the injury might be for Stockton. She is up on her feet. She's not moving around very much, has her hands on her legs kind of doubled over. She's walking with a little bit of a limp. I'm assuming they're going to pull her out of the game. I think they actually have to. Since there was a stop in the action, I think they have to pull her out of the game. Balko with 6 players on the floor right now, so they can't do that. This Stockton making her way to the Lady Bison bench. and she has a fairly sizable limp. Not sure if it was an ankle or a knee or what, but she's not walking well on it as Balko inbounds. Olvera has the ball now, holding it high above her head on the wing, looking to get rid of it. Does so to France with under a minute to go here in the first quarter. Kendall France has the ball driving all the way, and the layup is blocked and rebounded by the Lady Dusters. Beaver coming back the other way. Weaver has the ball now, bringing the ball across the timeline with 45 to go here in the first quarter. Three-pointer from the top of the key is off the side of the iron. No good, rebounded by Maylee Wertz. Wertz looking to get rid of it, and it's a sloppy outlet, and Beaver steals. Cross-court pass now, driving into Schlesman. Schlesman's floater is good. 4 points for Mallory Schlesman, and the lead back up to 9, 17 to 8. Kendall France has the ball now in the front court with 22 seconds. Double team near the timeline over to Caden Sager. Sager has the ball over to Wertz, but Wertz was not able to get to it. Saved on the far sideline. Tie possession. Possession arrow favors Beaver, I believe. It is, it does, and it will be Beaver basketball with 13.4 to go here in the first quarter. 17 to 8 your score favor Beaver. Weaver has the ball now, brings it across the timeline with 8 to go here in the quarter. Dribbling being guarded loosely. Long three-pointer from Weaver is off the glass, no good. Offensive rebound and shot at the buzzer is off the glass and no good. And that's the end of the first quarter with the score. Beaver 17, Balko 8. Balko Lady Bison basketball continue in just a moment. In this time where there's so much insecurity in the world, the one thing you need to be able to rely on is your financial situation. That's where the folks at Summit Wealth Strategies LLC come in. Look at it in Alva. Summit Wealth Strategies LLC specializes in tax, payroll, and financial management services designed to help folks in the panhandle of northwestern Oklahoma handle whatever insecurities the world throws at us. Contact Van Johnson at 580-609-4880 and let him give you the financial security and peace of mind you need to make it through any situation. Summit Wealth Strategies LLC is a proud sponsor of Balko Bison Athletics. Welcome back to the Duster Dome here in Beaver, Oklahoma, where the Beaver Lady Dusters lead. Balko by a score of 17 to 8. It's time for your Summit Wealth Strategies first quarter recap for the Beaver Lady Dusters. Kirsten King with 5 points, 4 apiece from Mallory Schlesman, Zoe Weaver, and Sid Looper, giving them 17 points. For Balko, Maylee Wertz was 6 in the quarter, and 2 for Madeline Treneman, all 8 points for Balko. Came in a 25-second stretch. Other than that, they were shut out for the entire quarter. So not the kind of start that you're hoping for if you're the Lady Dusters. Balko will inbound to start the second quarter on the far sideline. Kendall France inbounds into the backcourt. O'Mara walks it across the timeline. Developing story for the Lady Bison. Sawyer Stockton is out with an injury. Three-pointer for Maylee Wertz off the back iron. No good. Rebound loose. Into the corner. Picked up by Caden Sager. Sager holds it high above her head. Throws it into a double team and away. Beaver coming back the other way now. 7:40 to go here in the first half. 17-8 your score. Into the front court. Kirsten King drives all the way in. No defense whatsoever. Missed the layup. Rebound loose. Picked up by Carolyn Olvera. Olvera has it now. Bringing it across the timeline. Looking to dish it out. Fakes the pass, goes over to Wertz. Wertz three-pointer off the back iron, no good. Rebound by the Lady Dusters, and Beaver coming back the other way. Schlesman with the ball, looking to outlet, does so to Weaver, who has it now at the free throw line extended. Be guarded loosely by Trenum. Weaver thought about the shot, opted not to take it. Pass over to the wing now, driving in. Bounce pass onto the block. The turnaround is good for Kirsten King. That's 7 points now for King. The back up to lead now, back up to double digits for the Lady Bison, 19 to 8. Olvera has the ball, circles back around in the front court. Between the circles, dribbling now. Olvera waiting for the offense to set. Sid Looper goes for the steal, does not get it. Passes over to France now. France has the ball over to Wertz at the free throw line extended. Back to France. France dribbling now between the circles, driving into the paint, passes back out to Wertz again. Wertz driving in. The floater from 8 is around the rim and good. Basket good for Maylee Wertz. That's 8 points for Wertz. And it's 19 to 10 favor Beaver. 6:22 to go here in the first half. Sid Looper brings the ball diagonally across the timeline near the far sideline. Driving in, the pass is bounced out of bounds off of the Lady Bison. Coming into the game for Balko will be Emily Trenum, replacing Caden Sager. Lady Dusters will be inbounding underneath their own basket. 6:13 to go here in the first half. 19-10 your score favor Beaver from the Duster Dome. Inbound to the elbow, driving all the way and bounce pass to Weaver. Drop and pick back up now over to Kirsten King. King's jumper from 12 is good. 9 points for Kirsten King already, and the lead back to double digits again. 21-10 favor the Lady Dusters. Full court press being employed by Beaver. France has the ball, brings it across the timeline, double team there. Tries to spin out of it, bounce pass to Olvera. Olvera now between the circles, dribbling in, loses control of it, picks it back up. Over to Kendall France. France met at the free throw line extended, double teamed out there, holds the ball high overhead, bounce pass to Olvera. Olvera between the circles, looks to drive in, passes out to Trenum. Manley works three-pointer from the wing, is in and out, no good. Rebound, loose, picked up by Kendall France. France floater is off the back iron twice, no good. Rebound still loose, picked up by Weaver. And out of bounds off of Balko will be Beaver basketball. 21-10 your score favor the Lady Dusters. 5:27 to go here in the first half from the Duster Dome in Beaver. Mallory Schlesman looking for the play from Coach Rogers, walks across the timeline. Pressure for Coach Looper, my apologies. Pass now down to the block. King, turnaround jumper is off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Wirtz, and she is fouled. So foul on Kirsten King, that'll be her first personal foul, second team foul. Been a relatively clean first half. 5 minutes to go in the first half, 3 total fouls in the game. Full court press being employed by the Lady Dusters, 2-1-2. Lady Bison break it. Emily Trenum has it driving all the way and pass over to Wirtz. Wirtz goes up for the shot, and she is fouled. The question is it in the shot or on the floor? Foul is on Sid Looper, her second personal foul, 13th foul. And at the line to shoot 2 will be Maylee Wirtz. Wirtz with 8 points so far for the Lady Bison. First free throw is on the way and good. Nine points for the sophomore from Balko as she awaits her second free throw, takes a couple dribbles, free throws on the way, and it is good. It's Maylee Wirtz, the first player for either team in double figures with 10, and it's 21-12 favor Beaver. 4:51 to go here in the first half. Into the front court, Weaver has the ball now. The free throw line extended, being guarded by Emily Trenum. Pass now over to the wing. And Schlesman. Schlesman cross-court, pass now to the top of the key, three-pointer. In and out, no good. Rebound by Olvera. Olvera wanting to run. Crossover dribble, brings it across the timeline, and she'll circle back around and reset the offense with 4.5 to go here in the first half. Over to Wirtz. Wirtz over to Olvera again now. Back to France. France between the circles, crossover dribble. Over to Maylee Wirtz. Wirtz wide open three-pointer. Bang! That's a Watauga Cheese Factory three-pointer. Her third of the game, 13 points for Maylee Wirtz. It's now 21-15 favor Beaver. 4:12 to go here in the first half. Walking the ball across the timeline now. Weaver has it driving in. Crosses the paint. Turns back around over to the top of the key. Schlesman three-pointer from the top of the key is good. 7 points for Mallory Schlesman. I think they gave that to the wrong team. Olvera has it between the circles over to Maylee Wirtz. Wirtz three-pointer. In and out, no good. That was almost her fourth one of the game. Now back between the circles is Trenum. Trenum bounce pass to France. France driving in. Dishes out to Olvera. Olvera now into the paint. Floater from 10 is off the glass. No good. Rebound loose picked up by Weaver. Weaver wanting to race the other way. 1-on-3. She's going to take it anyway. Shot off the glass and no good. Rebound by the Lady Bison. Olvera wanting to come the other way. Jogging it up the court now with 3:23 to go here in the first half. Over to Emily Trenum. Trenum fakes the shot. Driving in now to the block. Double team down there. Shot is no good. Misses everything. And Beaver will come the other way. Weaver will come across the timeline with it with 3:10. We have a timeout on the floor. 30-second timeout. We'll leave it here. 3:10 to go here in the first half. 24-15 your score favor Beaver. After a very lethargic start for the Lady Bison that saw that saw Beaver get up 13-0. Since then, Balko has outscored the Lady Dusters 15-9. And that's the thing is you don't want to try and make up the entire deficit in one shot. You chip away, and that's kind of one of the good things about getting an early deficit is you have the entire game to make it up. And that's kind of what happened in the Boys City games. They fell behind big but late. And at that point, it's not going to happen. You're not going to be able to make up that big of a deficit. But when you're down big early, you have the entire game to shake it off and come back. And that looks to be what's happening so far as Balko has outscored Beaver 15-9 since the Dusters got up 13-0 to start it. 3:10 to go here in the first half. Beaver will inbound on the near sideline in front of the scorer's table. Into the backcourt to Mallory Schlesman. She walks it across the timeline diagonally. Over to Jaden Mills, now back out to the elbow. Bounce pass to Weaver again, double teamed at the block. Nice defense there by the Lady Bison. Now back between the circles, dribbling is Looper. Over now to the wing on the near side is King. Pulls the ball high overhead, cross-court pass. Shot to the three-point line, free throw line extended is no good. Rebound loose on the floor. Picked up by Weaver. Weaver's layup is good. 6 points for Zoe Weaver, and the lead back to double digits for the Lady Dusters, 26-15. Sawyer Stockton double team between the circles, looking to get rid of it, cannot. Bounce pass over to Trenum. Madeline Trenum now driving in. Thought about the shot up, not taken. Pass is stolen by the Lady Dusters, coming quickly back the other way. They have numbers. If they hurry, they're going to wait and set the offense. At the top of the key is Jaden Mills. Now down over to King, now to the top of the key. Schlesman's three-pointers off the side of the iron, no good and out of bounds. It will be Balko basketball with 2:08 to go here in the first half. 26-15 your score. Favor Beaver over the Balko Lady Bison. Inbounding in the backcourt again, full court press being employed by the Lady Dusters. Into the front court, works, passes, gets it back. Bounce pass down to the block is picked up and stolen by the Lady Dusters. And Beaver coming back the other way, now under 2 to go in the first half. Sid Looper brings it across the timeline slowly. She's met there by Madeline Trenum. Now down to the block, King has it. Bounce pass over to Looper again. Looper thought about the three, opted not to take a cross-court pass. This is picked up by Mills. I think that was intended for Schlesman instead. Now down to the block, King turnaround jumpers off the front iron, no good. Rebounded by Trenum. Madeline Trenum passes to Emily Trenum, who brings it into the front court, and it's stolen. 1:22 to go now here in the first half. 26-15 to score, favor Beaver. Caden Sager looking to check in at the next dead ball. Over to the free throw line, extended three-pointer there is off the iron, no good. Offensive rebound by King. Turnaround jumpers off the back iron, no good. Rebound out of bounds off of the Lady Dusters, will be Balko basketball. Subbing into the game for Balko will be Caden Sager. Correction, it will be Sawyer Stockton. Stockton's back in the game, and also coming into the game is Caden Sager. I knew I saw Sager down by the timeline, or excuse me, by the scorer's table. So Sawyer Stockton back into the game now for the Lady Bison as well. 1:05 to go here in the first half. 11-point lead for the Lady Dusters. France has the ball in the backcourt, brings it across the timeline, holds the ball high overhead, double team there. And we have a 5-second call on Kendall France. So another turnover for the Lady Bison, and Beaver will inbound in front of the scorer's table on the near sideline with 52.8 to go here in the first half. 26-15 your score, favor Beaver. Inbound goes to Sid Luber, who walks it diagonally across the timeline toward the far sideline. Dribbling out there now, cross-court pass to Schlesman, who has the ball. Takes her dribble, utilizes the king screen. Now over to Luper again. Luper with the ball now. Pass now down to the block. King wide open. Layup is good. 11 points for Kirsten King. And the lead back up to 13, matching their largest in the game. 28-15. Sawyer Stockton in the front court has it knocked away and stolen. Bounce pass coming the other way now for the Lady Dusters. Sid Luper has the ball, walking it across the timeline with 17 to go here in the first half. It looks like Beaver going to be content to run some clock here. I take that back. Three-pointer is off, no good. Rebound by Sager with 8 seconds to go here in the half. Cross-court pass to Stockton. Stockton in the front court with 5, 4, 3, 2. Three-pointer from Trenum at the buzzer. Bang! That's a Watauga Cheese Factory three-pointer from Madeline Trenum at the buzzer. Making your halftime score, Beaver 28, Balko 18. Balko Lady Bison basketball continue in just a moment. Watauga Cheese Factory has been producing the finest cheese in Oklahoma and Texas for over 80 years. Locally owned and operated, the folks at Watauga Cheese Factory have summer sausages, the best homemade cheddar cheeses in the region, spiced pickles, homespun honey, and their famous cheese curds. Located in Perryton, Watauga Cheese Factory also has gift baskets and other delivery options. Visit Watauga Cheese Factory, 2018 South Main Street in Perryton, or call them at 806-648-4310. Watauga Cheese Factory is a proud sponsor of Balko Bison Athletics. Casey Cowan Custom Haying services the Oklahoma and Texas panhandles for all of your haying needs. From swathing and baling to hay sales for cattle and horses, Casey Cowan Custom Haying is the best option for your farm and ranch needs. Contact Casey Cowan at 580-628-7464 for all of your haying and hay service needs. Casey Cowan Custom Haying is a proud sponsor of Balko Bison Athletics. Crossroads Express is your one-stop shop for your convenience store and gas needs, located at the intersection of highways 412 and 83 at Bryan's Corner. Crossroads Express features a wide variety of ice-cold fountain drinks, candy, snacks, and is a proud vendor of Cajun salsa and pickles, as well as Watonga cheese. And the Crossroads Express gas station has your gas and diesel needs for your farm and off-road vehicle needs. Crossroads Express also has a gift shop featuring novelty and one-of-a-kind gifts and souvenirs. Call 580-361-2529 for your call-in orders and let the folks at Crossroads Express take care of you. Crossroads Express is a proud sponsor of Balko Bison Athletics. Panhandle living is hard, and with our scorching summers and frigid winters, if your heating or air isn't working, it can get even harder. Let the fine folks at Tri-State Heating and Air help you make it through the seasons in comfort. Licensed and insured for over 20 years, Bryce Sager and the folks at Tri-State Heating and Air are well equipped to handle your HVAC, air and refrigeration, and heating needs. Locally owned and operated, Tri-State Heating and Air understand the unique needs of folks in the Panhandle. Contact them at 580-525-1820 and let Tri-State Heating and Air make your home or business more comfortable. Tri-State Heating and Air is a proud sponsor of Balko Bison Athletics. And this time when there's so much insecurity in the world, the one thing you need to be able to rely on is your financial situation. That's where the folks at Summit Wealth Strategies LLC come in. Located in Alva, Summit Wealth Strategies LLC specializes in tax, payroll, and financial management services designed to help folks in the Panhandle and northwestern Oklahoma handle whatever insecurities the world throws at us. Contact Van Johnson at 580-609-4880 and let him give you the financial security and peace of mind you need to make it through any situation. Summit Wealth Strategies LLC is a proud sponsor of Balko Bison Athletics. Welcome to the Casey Cowan Custom Haying halftime show from the Duster Dome here in Beaver, Oklahoma, where the Balko Lady Bison trail the Beaver Lady Dusters by a score of 28-18. The scoring leaders for the Beaver Lady Dusters follow Kirsten King with 11 points, leading the way for the Lady Dusters, and she is just getting wide open looks from the block all night long, and she's hitting everything. 7 points from Mallory Schlesman, including a couple of three-pointers. Zoe Weaver with 6, and Sid Looper with 4, and that gets you to the 28 points for the Lady Dusters. For Balko, they have only 2 scorers. Mainly Wirtz with 13 points, including 3 of 5 from three-point range, and Madeline Trenum with the Watonga Cheese Factory three-pointer at the buzzer to make it a 10-point game, 28-18. Beaver jumped out to a 13-0 lead in this game, and Balko clawed their way back and at one point closer to as close as 6. But Beaver was able to stretch it back out. And except for the three-pointer at the end, it's been fairly consistent in kind of that 12-point range or so. But we trust that Coach Johnson will make the changes necessary at halftime. And I think it's going to be an exciting second half. I think you're going to see a different Lady Bison team come out. The Balko team that we saw in the first half was a little passive, a little kind of afraid to go at the Lady Dusters. And I don't think we're going to see that in the second half. I think you're going to see them come out a little bit more aggressive. Maybe not be so afraid to get a couple of foul calls. And if they do that, because Balko in the first half only had 1 foul. It was a clean half in general. There were a total of 4 fouls called in the entire first half. 2 of those on Sid Looper for Beaver, 1 on Kirsten King, and 1 on Madeline Trenum for Balko, and that was the only foul call. So I think you're going to see a lot more aggressive Lady Bison team here in the second half. We're going to take another quick break. When we come back, we'll have the start of the second half live from the Duster Dome at Beaver, where the Balko Lady Bison trailed the Beaver Lady Dusters by a score of 28-18. Balko Lady Bison basketball will continue in just a moment. Welcome back to the Casey Cowan Custom Hang halftime show live from the Duster Dome in Beaver, where the Balko Lady Bison trail the Beaver Lady Dusters by a score of 28-18. Had some good halftime entertainment provided by the Beaver Duster Band under the direction of Miss Lindsay Sargent, doing a tremendous job with the band here in Beaver. Excited to hear them. They're sounding good, having a good time, kind of pumping up this crowd here. I think the crowd's around 600, 650 today, so a good-sized crowd. Not near capacity here in the Duster Dome, but I don't know that that's necessarily abnormal. This is a very large gym, and if you're not familiar with this gym, this is a gym that would make a lot of colleges proud. This is a good-sized gym here, very nice facility here in Beaver, and they're very fortunate to have it, and it's a very neat looking gym. We want to thank everyone for joining us on this broadcast of Balko Bison basketball. If you're listening, please let us know where you're listening from. Like and follow us on Facebook and, at Balko Bison Sports Network, and on Twitter at Balko Sports. Give us a shout out, let us know where you're listening from, who you're rooting for, and we'll give you a shout out on air. We love talking to people during the games. And we, just kind of general conversation, banter back and forth is always fun. But we do love hearing from you. Beaver will be inbounding to start the second half. They are in their white home uniforms with gold lettering and black trim. They'll be going from right to left across your screen. Balko in their road maroon uniforms with white lettering and the script white Balko across the chest. They'll be going from right to left. Lady Dusters to inbound on the far sideline to start the third quarter. And we are underway in the second half from the Duster Dome. Zoe Weaver brings it across the timeline, passes now over cross court, bounce pass to King at the block. Turning around, block, the shot is no good. King hits the deck, no foul call. Balko come back the other way, Coach Johnson imploring him to run. Olvera has the ball now at the top of the key. Now just above the free throw line, passes over to France at the free throw line extended. Pat bounces back now between the circles, hands it off to Olvera, and we'll wait for the offense to reset. 7.5 to go here in the third quarter. Pass over to France at the free throw line extended, back to Olvera. Olvera thought about the shot off, did not take it over to Freeman. Freeman back to France. 2-1-2 zone for the Lady Dusters. Over to Olvera. Olvera cross-court pass to Freeman. Freeman three-pointer off the iron. No good. Rebound out of bounds off of Kendall France. It will be Beaver basketball. 7:10 to go here in the third quarter. 28-18 your score, favor the Lady Dusters. Inbound in the backcourt, now Balko employing a full court press. 2-2-1 full court press, and they break it easily. Into the front court is Mallory Schlesman. Over now to Looper between the circles. Being guarded by Trenton, cross court pass over to Weaver. Weaver driving in, now pass back out to the top of the key. Three-pointer for Schlesman is good. 10 points for Mallory Schlesman. She's the second Lady Duster player in double figures. And the lead now back to 13 for the Lady Dusters, 31-18, tying their largest lead of the game. Kendall France being trapped at the timeline. And we have a tie possession. Arrow favors the Lady favors the Lady Bison. And Balko will retain possession. 6:39 to go here in the third quarter. Carolyn Olvera will inbound in front of the scores table. Does so to Trenton. Back to Olvera. Olvera now dribbling at the logo. Turns the corner now just at the top of the key. Cross-court pass to France. France has it now at the free throw line. Hands off to Trenton. Now back to Olvera again. Over to Freeman. Aspen Freeman, three-pointer off the iron. No good. Rebound by the Lady Dusters. Foul in the backcourt not called, so there will be no foul. Quickly into the front court. Schlesman goes coast to coast. Shots no good. Offensive rebound. And we have a foul on Bailey Wirtz. Wirtz grabbed everything except for the ball on that. So that'll be Wirtz's first personal foul. First team foul in the second half. It will be Beaver basketball. 6:12 to go here in the third quarter. Weaver inbounds on the far sideline. Cross-court pass to no one in particular goes out of bounds, and it will be Balko basketball. 6:04 to go here in the third quarter. Balko in dire need of some offense here if they're going to make this a game, and they're going to have to get it quickly. Olvera has the ball pass from Freeman, now over to Wirtz. Wirtz loses control of it, hands it off to Olvera. Under 6 to go here in the third quarter. Driving now into the paint, pass out to France. France being guarded out there by Looper. Driving in now, pass out to Olvera again. O'Vera driving in on Looper, passes over to Freeman, Freeman to France. Balko just not taking advantage of their penetration. Long three-pointer, no good. Offensive rebound, and she's fouled on the shot. So Aspen Freeman will go to the line to shoot two, and that will be on Kirsten King, her second personal foul, first team foul in the second half. And at the line for Balko will be Aspen Freeman. Freeman yet to score in the game. First free throw is on the way and good. The freshman from Balko makes her first free throw, her first point of the game. It's now 31-19 Beaver with the second free throw forthcoming for Freeman. Spins the ball in her hand, second free throw's flat off the iron, no good. Rebounded by the Lady Dusters, coming back the other way now. Mallory Schlesman walks it across the timeline. Pass over to Sid Looper. Looper has the ball being hounded by O'Vera. Reaches in, knocks it away. Ball's loose on the ground. And we have a foul call on Carolyn O'Vera. That'll be O'Vera's first personal foul, second team foul. And that's kind of what I was expecting to see here to start the second half. Don't be afraid to pick up some fouls here in the second half. Get a little aggressive with it. Kind of make them feel your presence a little bit. 31-19 to score favor Beaver. Over to Schlesman. Schlesman thought about the three, opted not to take it. Cross-court pass over to Mills. Mills three-pointer, wide open three. And they're going to say her foot was on the line. So it's a two-point basket. Leads now up to 14, though, 33-19. And it's Beaver's largest lead of the game with under 5 to go now here in the third quarter. Bounce pass over to Trenum. Over to O'Vera, brings it across the timeline into the front court. Aspen Freeman, layup is good. First basket of the game for Aspen Freeman. 3 points for her. It's now a 12-point lead for the Lady Dusters, 33-21. 4:43 to go here in the third quarter. Coming across the timeline as Weaver passes over to Looper. Looper has the ball. Over now to the wing. Three-pointer again for Schlesman is off the iron. No good rebound. Loose on the ground, and we have a tie ball. Possession arrow favors the Lady Dusters. Something into the game for Balko will be Sawyer Stockton. Beaver will inbound underneath their own basket. Stockton replacing Carolyn O'Vera. Weaver looking to inbound, trying to find someone open. Long outlet to the top of the key. Long three-pointer is off the front iron, no good, rebounded by Freeman. And Jaden Mills stood there for probably 6 or 7 seconds, and the pass is thrown away and stolen. Layup the other way is good. Basket good for Sid Looper. 6 points for her in the lead now. Back to 14, 35-21. Full court press being employed again by the Lady Dusters. France looking to outlet, gets it now into the front court. Back to France, over to Freeman. Freeman passes over to Wirtz in the wing. Driving in, and she is fouled on the floor. Balko to inbound underneath their basket. The foul, by the way, was on Zoe Weaver, her second personal foul. And we have an offensive foul on Madeline Trenum. That'll be Trenum's second personal foul. So 2 fouls on Madeline Trenum. It'll be a turnover. 3:45 to go here in the third quarter. 35-21 the score. Schlesman has the ball between the circles, passes over to Weaver at the free throw line extended. Weaver double teamed out there. Back now between the circles. Schlesman has the ball driving in. Pulls it back out, now passes down to the block. Foul is going to be on Aspen Freeman, her first personal foul. 13th foul of the half. And Beaver will inbound on their own baseline with 3.5 to go here in the third quarter. 35-21 your score, favor Beaver. Long outlet to Schlesman. Schlesman's foul line jumper is no good. Off the front iron, rebounded by Aspen Freeman. Now over to Sawyer Stockton. Stockton loses control of it in the backcourt. Gets it back, crossover dribble. Now into the front court, has it spin moved by Stockton over to Wirtz. Wirtz driving in now, back to France now. France between the circles. At the elbow, now driving in, spins on Weaver and backs it back out. Now Bailey Wirtz, double teamed out there, passes it to nobody in particular. This was deflected out of bounds. It will remain Balko basketball. Lady Bisons to inbound in front of their own bench. 3:06 to go here in the third quarter. 35-21 your score. Favor Beaver, live from the Duster Dome in Beaver, Oklahoma. Sawyer Stockton has it dribbling now between the circles. Over to France. France now has it now. Long jumper from France is off the back iron. No good, rebounded by the Lady Dusters. Coming back now the other way with 2:40 to go here in the third quarter. Into the front court is Sid Looper. Looper passes over to the wing. Three-pointer from King on the wing is off the front iron. No good. Rebounded by Wertz. Off to France. He's going quickly into the front court. Balko's numbers, if they hurry, they're going to slow him back down. France has the ball now. Wertz, long three-pointer. Bang! That's a Watonga Cheese Factory three-pointer for Maley Wertz. 16 points in the game for Maley Wertz, including 4 three-pointers. And it's back to an 11-point game, 35-24 favor Beaver, 2:10 to go in the ballgame. Now on the wing is Schlesman. Schlesman dribbling now toward the circles. Passes back to Weaver at the free throw line extended. Now back going around the horn the other way. Looper has the ball now down to the block. And Jaden Mills. Mills over to Weaver. Weaver fakes out now over to King. King's 12-foot jumper is no good. Misses everything. Offensive rebound off the bottom of the iron. No good. Putback is also no good. And we have a third putback. Also no good, but there's a foul on the third putback. Interested to see if they call it on the floor. They will say it was on the floor. Okay, the foul is on Sawyer Stockton. Her first personal foul, 15th foul rather. Subbing into the game for Balko will be Caden Sager, replacing Sawyer Stockton. Wertz also taking a seat on the bench. 16 points for Maley Wertz so far in the game. Long outlet, now driving in is Looper. Looper's jumper is no good. Offensive rebound again. And Beaver will reset with 1:36 to go here in the third quarter. Bounce pass now down to the block, driving all the way in. Double team down there, pass back out to Weaver. Weaver in the paint, jumper is no good. Rebounded by Sager. I think the Trenna may have gotten a piece of that one. Now coming back the other way, Carolyn Olvera has it in the paint, goes up, shots off the glass, no good. She's fouled on the shot. Beaver foul on Zoe Weaver. That's her third personal foul. Third team foul. And at the line for the Lady Bison will be Carolyn Olvera. 1:21 to go here in the third quarter. First free throw from Olvera is on the way. A little bit of side spin on that one is no good. Olvera yet to score in the game. She's struggled the last couple games offensively. Hoping to get it on track here in this one. Second free throw from Olvera is around the rim and no good. Rebound hits the ground and picked up by Weaver. And coming back the other way are the Lady Dusters. 1:15 to go here in the third quarter. Bounce pass is knocked away. Tie possession on the floor. Possession arrow favors the Lady Bison, so it will be a turnover. Balko will take over with 1:12 to go here in the third quarter. 35-24 your score favor Beaver. The Lady Dusters hoping to expand that lead a little bit, and they really have not been able to do that, but neither have the Lady Bison been able to cut into it at all. As we approach the minute mark here in the third quarter, Olvera has the ball, passes over now to Trenham, who thought about the three-pointer. Backs back up, 18-footer for Trenham, gets good. Long jumper good for Madeline Trenham, 7 points for her, and the lead back to double digits for the first time since the first quarter. 35-26 the score, with 45 seconds to go. Pass over to Weaver on the wing, now jumper from the elbow for Schlesman is good. Mallory Schlesman with 12 points to lead the Lady Dusters. It's back to an 11-point game, 37-26 with 33 seconds to go here in the third quarter. High pass to Caden Sager. Sager crosses over to France. France now being guarded over here. 24 to go. Spin move, bounce pass over to Olvera. Olvera has the ball. Crossover, dribble driving into the paint. Over now to Trenham. Trenham three-pointer. Bang! That's a Watonga Cheese Factory three-pointer from Madeline Trenham. Trenham now with 10 points in the lead down to 8, 37-29 with 9 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Three-pointer from Mills is good, and they take it back to 11 with 2 seconds to go. And Balko's content to let it just dribble out. And that's the end of the third quarter with the score. Beaver 40, Balko 29. Balko Lady Bison basketball continue in just a moment. Panhandle living is hard, and with our scorching summers and frigid winters, if your heating or air isn't working, it get even harder. Let the fine folks at Tri-State Heating and Air help you make it through the seasons in comfort. Licensed and insured for over 20 years, Bryce Sager and the folks at Tri-State Heating and Air are well equipped to handle your HVAC, air refrigeration, and heating needs. Locally owned and operated, Tri-State Heating and Air understand the unique needs of folks in the Panhandle. Contact them at 580-525-1820 and let Tri-State Heating and Air make your home or business more comfortable. Tri-State Heating and Air is a proud sponsor of Balko Bison Athletics. Welcome back to the Tri-State Heating and Air third quarter recap, where the Balko Lady Bison trail the Beaver Lady Dusters by a score of 40-29. Leading the way for the Lady Dusters, Mallory Schlesman with 12 points, Kirsten King with 11, and then 6 apiece for Zoe Weaver and Sid Looper, and 5 for Jaden Mills. That's the scoring wrap-up for the Lady Dusters. For Balko, Manley Works with 16 points on the game coming off the bench. Madeline Trunham with 10 and Aspen Freeman with 3. And that's the subtotal of the scoring for Balko. Balko's got to get more players involved offensively if they're going to make the comeback in this game. 11 points is still doable, but they've got to go on a big run right off the bat in order to make that happen. Beaver will inbound to start the fourth quarter on the far sideline. Mallory Schlesman to do the inbounding honors to Sid Looper, who walks it across the timeline diagonally toward the near baseline, or toward the near sideline. Over to Weaver. Weaver now down to the block. King has it driving in. Shot is off the iron. No good. Rebounded by O'Vera. O'Vera wanting to run long outlet to Caden Sager. Sager's pass is stolen by Sid Looper. And the Lady Dusters coming back the other way. Long outlet now to the front court. Schlesman. Turnaround jumper for Schlesman's off the front line. No good. Rebounded by Caden Sager in the backcourt. Kendall France now has it. Looking to outlet. Does so to O'Vera. O'Vera driving in. Over to Trenham. Trenham bounce pass to O'Vera again. O'Vera circling around, and the pass is knocked away and stolen. Coming quickly back the other way is Sid Looper. Looper into the front court now, passes to Mills. Mills loses it, stolen. Coming back the other way now are the Lady Bison. 7:08 to go here in the ball game. 40-29 your score into the front court. Caden Sager has it, holds the ball overhead. She had a jumper there, but she opted not to take it. Pass back out to France. Driving all the way, the layup from France is good. First points of the game for Kendall France, and it's now a 9-point game, 40-31. 6:51 to go here in the ball game. Into the front court now is Zoe Weaver. Weaver over to Schlesman. Schlesman thought about the long three-pointer, opted not to take it. Back now between the circles. Weaver has it. Crossover dribble. Utilizes the King screen. Bounce pass to Schlesman in the corner. Back now to King. King three-pointer from the top of the key. Misses everything out of bounds, and it will be Balko basketball. 6.5 to go in the ball game. 40-31 your score. Favor Beaver over Balko. Stepping into the game for the Lady Dusters, Devin Porter replacing Kirsten King. And I can't imagine that this will be very long at all for King, as she's been kind of their offensive stalwart in this game. Inbound to Caden Sager, who gives it back to France. Full court press being employed by the Lady Dusters. France picks up her dribble. Over to Wirtz. Wirtz now up to Trenham. Trenham driving in. Layup off the glass is good. 12 points for Madeline Trenham. It's now a 7-point game, 40-33 with 6:15 to go here in the ballgame. And coming into the front court now is Mallory Schlesman, met there by France. Over to Devin Porter. Porter holds the ball high overhead. Takes the three-pointer, and it's good. 3-point basket good for Devin Porter. And the lead back to 10, 43-33 with under 6 to go in the ballgame. Nobody guarded Porter, and she made the Lady Bison pay. Cross-court pass. Now over to Trenham. Madeline Trenham, three-pointer. Bang! That's a Watauga Cheese Factory three-pointer. And we have a timeout on the floor called by Beaver. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll take it with them. 5:46 to go in the ballgame. 43-36 your score. Favor Beaver. Beaver, Balko, Lady Bison basketball continue in just a moment. Crossroads Express is your one-stop shop for your convenience store and gas needs. Located at the intersection of highways 412 and 83 at Bryan's Corner. Crossroads Express features specialty deli items like Louisiana meat pies, crawfish pies, boudin, as well as everyone's favorite beef and bean burritos and corn dogs. And the Crossroads Express gas station has your gas and diesel needs that you will need to make it a road trip. Call 580-361-2529 for your call-in orders and let the folks at Crossroads Express take care of you. Crossroads Express is a proud sponsor of Balko Bison Athletics. Welcome back to the Duster Dome here in Beaver, where the Beaver Lady Dusters lead Balko by a score of 43-36. It was once a 14-point game. Just 2 minutes ago in game time is now down to 7. Balko making that run that they need to. Beaver sensing that, called a timeout to try and stem the momentum. Now let's see if Balko can kind of maintain that momentum. As the Lady Dusters inbound, with 5:42 to go in the ballgame, bringing it across the timeline is Weaver. Over now to Schlesman. Schlesman driving in, passes over to to Mills. Mills has it, passes back to Weaver again. Weaver backing back out with 5.5 to go in the ballgame. Over to Devin Porter now between the circles, passes over to Weaver. Weaver thought about the three-pointer, opted not to take it. drives in instead, dribbles it back out now between the circles, and we'll wait for the Lady Duster defense, or offense to reset. Devin Porter with the free throw line extended, bounce pass is knocked away and stolen by Maylee Wirtz. Wirtz over to Trenum, Madeline Trenum. Pass is deflected, but picked up by Sager in the front court. Back to Madeline Trenum. Trenum thought about the three, opted not to take it. Cross-court pass to France. France has the ball, spin move now in the paint. Drives all the way and bounce pass to Maylee Wirtz. Wirtz, three-pointer. In and out, no good. Offensive rebound by France. France goes back up, shot no good. Gets her own rebound again. Bounce pass back out, and we'll reset. Madeline Trenum, three-pointer. Bang! It's a Watauga Cheese Factory three-pointer for Madeline Trenum. Leads now down to 4, 43-39. And Madeline Trenum with 18 points with 4:40 to go in the ball game. In the front court is Weaver. Weaver driving all the way in, and she's fouled on the floor by Maylee Wirtz. Not a bad foul by Wirtz there to kind of stop the momentum just a little bit. Wirtz's second personal foul. I think that's 16 fouls. Subbing into the game for the Lady Dusters is Jaden Mills, replacing Devin Porter. Porter had a nice productive little bit there on the floor. Inbound now, shot is blocked by Olvera, offensive rebound by King, and King is fouled on the floor. So Kristen King will go to the line to shoot 1 and 1. The foul is on Emily Trenum. That's her first personal foul, 17 fouls. And so Kristen King will go to the line to shoot 1 and 1. 4:33 to go in the ball game. King takes a couple dribbles, first free throws on the way. Off the front iron, no good, rebounded by Sager. Collision on the paint, no foul called into the front court. Olvera has it. Circles back out now, driving all the way in the layup for Olvera is no good as she traveled. So it'll be a turnover for the Lady Bison. With 4:26 to go in the ballgame, 43-39 your score, favor Beaver. Weaver inbounds it to Schlesman, who walks it across the timeline, dribbling on the logo. With 4:17 to go in the ballgame, over to Weaver at the free throw line extended, being guarded there by Trenum. Driving all the way in now. Nice give and go over to King. King's layup is good. Basket good for Kristen King, 13 points for her, and the lead back up to 6 now as we approach the halfway mark in the fourth quarter. 45-39 the score. France crossover dribble, brings it across the timeline, met there, passes out to Kate Sager, to Wirtz in the corner, pass to France. France loses control, gets it back over to Olvera now. 3:48 to go, driving in for the free throw line, pass over to Wirtz. Wirtz three-pointer, off the glass, no good, rebounded by Schlesman, and a foul on Kendall France. That'll be France's first personal foul, but 18 fouls. And Mallory Schlesman will be at the line for the Lady Dusters to shoot the 1 and 1. Schlesman with 12 points so far in the game. Beaver still with 3 fouls to give in this game, so they're not in any danger of having Balko shoot free throws anytime soon. The first free throw for Schlesman is up and good. Bonus free throw forthcoming for Schlesman is on the way, and it's also good. Schlesman with 14 points now to lead the Lady Dusters. Lead back up to 8, 47-39 with 3:40 to go in the ballgame. Balko closed it down to within 4, but Beaver has scored the last 4 points now. Hand off to Sager on the far side. Over now to Trenum. Trenum over to Olvera. Olvera out to Wirtz, back to Caden Sager. Sager thought about the three-pointer, opted not to take it. Olvera now has it on the wing, being guarded by Weaver. Spin move over to Wirtz. Wirtz three-pointer is off the back iron, no good, going out of bounds, and it will be Beaver basketball. They'll inbound on the far sideline with 3:10 to go in the ballgame. 47-39 your score, favor the Beaver Lady Dusters. Balko has never led in this game. They trailed by as many as 14. They got it to within 4 just about a minute ago, game time-wise, but now it's an 8-point lead, and the Lady Dusters have the ball. 3:05 to go here in the ballgame. Weaver brings it across the timeline. Crossover dribble, opted not to take the middle screen. King now back to the free throw line, and Weaver backs it back out, no reset. 2:53 to go in the ballgame. Dribble drive in for Looper, loses control of it out of bounds. She slips on the floor and loses possession. Will be Balko basketball. 2:47 now to go in the ballgame. 47-39 your score, favor Beaver. Long outlet to Olvera, who brings it across the timeline. Crossover dribble now into the paint. Passes back now to Trenum. Trenum bounce pass to France. And Balko will reset. Driving now in. France all the way in. The layup is good, and she's fouled. Basket good for Kendall France. 4 points for her. Foul is on I didn't see who the foul was on. It was on Jaden Mills, her first personal foul, fourth team foul. At the line for Balko, Kendall France. France with 4 points so far in this game. Free throw is in and out, no good. Rebound, loose, picked up by Beaver, and we have a foul on Maylee Wirtz. That'll be Wirtz's third personal foul. They're going to say that she reached over the back. Yes, she did, which she did. But I didn't mean that to go. I was like, well, that's what the referee said she did. No, it's what she did. She reached over. So now shooting one and one the other way. And they say that's the fourth personal foul on Maylee Wirtz. I only had 3. Free throw from Jaden Mills is good. Bonus forthcoming for Mills. Mills with 6 points. Free throw is up. Off the front iron, no good. Rebound still on the floor. Picked up by Caden Sager. They call tie possession. Possession arrow favors the Lady Bison. 2:28 to go in the ball game. Lady Bison trailing by 7. Full court press being employed by the Lady Dusters. France inbounds to Olvera. Dusters back off on the press. Olvera crossover dribble now to France. France driving in, passes back to Wirtz. Wirtz now driving in, over to Olvera again. Olvera from the elbow, jumpers off the front iron, no good. Rebound loose on the floor. And they'll say it was a tie ball. There were a lot of things that I think that could have been. I don't think a tie ball was in it because I don't think there were any Balko players touching the ball. But they called it a tie, so it's a tie. Weaver's pass deflected, but she gets it back. Heavy pressure in the backcourt. It's back away and stolen. Over to Madeline Trenum. Trenum layup is off the glass. Good, and she's fouled. Basket good for Madeline Trenum. Trenum now with 20 points in the game. Foul is on Sid Looper, her third personal foul. Stepping into the game for Balko will be Emily Trenum replacing Maylee Wirtz. So Madeline Trenum to shoot 1 free throw. Trenum now with 20 points in this game. It's a 5-point game. Free throws on the way, and it's good. 21 points now for Madeline Trenum. And the lead now back down to 4, 48 to 44 with 1:55. Long outlet into the front court. Sid Looper has the ball, backs it back out, being guarded loosely by Emily Trenum at the free throw line extended. Utilizes the screen, takes the 3-pointer, and that's good. 3-point basket good for Sid Looper. 9 points for Looper, the lead back to 7, 51 to 44 with 1:35 to go. Over to Emily Trenum. Trenum 3-pointer from the top of the key is off the back iron, no good, rebounded by the Lady Dusters. Balko really needed a stop on their last possession, they didn't get it. And the body language just looked different for the Lady Bisons. They came back on defense that time. Weaver with the ball, 1:16 to go, crossover dribble, now over to the corner. Jaden Mills has it now, and it looks like Beaver's just going to try and kill some clock. Mills fouled by Olvera. That'll be Olvera's second personal foul, 10 team fouls. So Beaver will be shooting 2 for the rest of the ball game. A minute 11 left to go in the ball game. First free throw for Mills is good. That's 7 points for Mills. Maylee Wirtz stepping into the game for Emily Trenum. Defense for offense substitution there. Mills' second free throw forthcoming is off the back iron. No good. Rebounded by Maylee Wirtz. Wirtz to Madeline Trenum, up to Olvera, who will bring it across the timeline. 1:05 to go. Balko's got to hurry. Crossover dribble now. Pass back to Trenum. Trenum thought about the 3, opted not to take it over to Wirtz. Wirtz, long 3-pointer. Off the back iron. No good. Rebound by the Lady Dusters. Under a minute to go, and that'll probably just about do it here for Beaver. Looper walks it across the timeline. Crossover dribble. Back near the timeline. Pressure. Trenum goes for the steal. Doesn't get it. Weaver now with it on the far sideline. Goes around the corner, driving all the way in. Now passes back out. And Beaver just killing clock at this point. Playing catch me if you can are the Lady Dusters. And Mallory Schlesman will be at the line for the Lady Dusters. With 29.9 to go in the ballgame, 52-44 the score favor Beaver. Schlesman at the line to shoot 2. First free throw's on the way, and it's good. 15 points for Schlesman now, and the lead up to 9, 53-44 with under 30 to go in the ballgame. Schlesman's second free throw is up off the front iron and good. So both free throws good for Mallory Schlesman. That gets her 16 points. Lead back up to 10 now. 25 seconds to go in the ballgame. Into the front court is Olvera. Olvera driving all the way in through the double team, and she traveled. Be a turnover for the Lady Bison. Subbing into the game for Balko will be Emily Trenum, replacing Maylee Wirtz. 21.6 seconds to go in the ballgame. Weaver looking to inbound. Long outlet is deflected, picked up by the Lady Dusters in the front court, and Schlesman will go to the line to shoot two. Foul is on Kendall France, her second personal foul. And Schlesman will shoot two for Beaver. Valiant effort from the Lady Bison in this one, but it looks like they're going to fall short. First free throw is on the way and good. One more free throw forthcoming for the junior from Beaver. Second free throw is up, around the rim and good. It's 18 points for Schlesman, the lead back up to 12, 56 to 44 with under 13 now to go in the game. Olvera into France, France driving all the way in. Goes up for the shot off the bottom of the rim, no good. Rebounded by the Lady Dusters, and that's going to do it. They're going to count the clock down. And on senior night here in Beaver, the Lady Dusters will win over the Balko Lady Bison. 56 to 44, your final. We'll take a quick break, and we will come back with your post-game report from the Duster Dome here in Beaver. Beaver 56, Balko 44. Balko Lady Bison basketball continue in just a moment. Crossroads Express is your one-stop shop for your convenience store and gas needs. Located at the intersection of highways 412 and 83 at Bryan's Corner. Crossroads Express features a wide variety of ice-cold fountain drinks, candies, snacks. There's a proud vendor of Cajun salsa and pickles, as well as Watauga cheese. And the Crossroads Express gas station has your gas and diesel for your farm and off-road vehicle needs. Crossroads Express also has a gift shop featuring novelty and one-of-a-kind gifts and souvenirs. Call 580-361-2529 for your call-in orders. And let the folks at Crossroads Express take care of you. Crossroads Express is a proud sponsor of Balko Bison Athletics. You're watching the Crossroads Express postgame show where the Balko Lady Bison have fallen to the Beaver Lady Dusters by a score of 56 to 44. Scoring recap of the game for Beaver, Mallory Schlesman with 18 points, 13 for Kirsten King, 9 for Sid Looper, 7 for Jaden Mills, 6 for Zoe Weaver, and 3 for Devin Porter. For Balko, Madeline Trenum with 21, Maylee Wirtz with 16, Kendall France with 4, and Aspen Freeman with 3. So once again, your final from Beaver, 56 to 44, favor the Lady Dusters. Reminder that the Lady Bison's next basketball game will be on Thursday at Anchorage Arena in Goodwell on the campus of Panhandle State University for their first round playoff matchup against the Goodwell Lady Eagles. That game tips off at 6 o'clock. The Crossroads Express pregame show will begin at 5:45 right here on the Balko Bison Sports Network at balkobison.tv. We're going to take a quick break, and we're going to switch broadcast to the gentleman's broadcast. When we come back, we will have Balko Bison versus the Beaver Dusters. Balko Lady Bison basketball and Balko Bison basketball continue momentarily.